YouTube, we're about to have a giveaway for our loyal subscribers. The way this is going to work is we are trying to get our subscriber numbers way, way, way up. So what we need you to do is reach out to friends and family members. Tell them to come subscribe to the page. And for each friend of yours that subscribe to the page, on this video only, have them tag your Instagram handle. For each time your handle is tagged, you're going to be entered into a raffle. At the end of, is it going to be like September?
Yep.
At the end of September, we're going to take all those Instagram handles, we're going to put them on a wheel, we're going to spin that wheel. The person whose name gets picked is going to win a pair of
dead stock. You can look at the bottom. I'm not Fat Joe. I won't do it. The dead stock fire red silver tongue 5s with the Nike.
Never worn. Everything is brand new the way it comes from the company, and you're gonna also win a pair of Supreme collab Hanes socks. Never worn, straight out the packet. All of this is coming to you at the absolute charge of 0.000. You don't have to pay anything. All you have to do is get people to come subscribe to the page. Each subscriber, your name gets entered into the raffle. The more times your name gets entered into the raffle, the better chances you get. Now, let's say, hey, those sneakers are not my size, or I don't even want them. You can easily go straight to StockX and sell them for $217, and you pay absolutely nothing. Shipping is on us. That is $217 to your bank account, free of charge, and all you have to do is get people to subscribe to the channel. I'm so looking forward to coming back on the end of September and announcing the winner. We need you guys to get those subscriptions in. So let's get into our show.
Live.
YouTube, what's up? Welcome back to Kit Chat. It's your humble, gracious host, Sneaker D. But now I said call me Chief, so we're going with Chief today. I got my co-host O with me, and we got Jonathan and the homie E-Dub in the building. All right, so before we get into today's purpose of the video, we got to start with what is that sneaker that got you into the culture? E-Dub, let's start with you.
Man, y'all about to hear how old I am. So it's probably the mid-90s, the Jordan 9, the what they call it, the bread now. It was the black with the charcoal gray going around. That was a sneaker that started. It was my first Jordan, hand me down from my older brother, and that kind of just kicked it off.
Okay, all right, John.
Yeah, so for me, obviously grew up in the '90s playing ball, and saw Mike and the magic that that happened there. Was all instantly in love with shoes. Blessed, mom told me down as a kid. I had Jordans, but the one that truly got me was early 2000s. I actually have it right here. It's a Tuskegee VC3. So it's a Vince Carter. It's a shock, and it's a Tuskegee Airman edition. It's kind of before Nike was doing the Black History Month stuff. They would just have actual themed stuff, and this one is the Tuskegee Airman. This shoe came about. Yeah.
That's fire. All right.
The shoe that you don't really see a lot of people talk about. This one's talking, so that's why I don't want to wear it anymore. But it's actually a shoe I've had since high school. Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, it's a shoe I had in high school. So amongst the Jordan 2 Carmelo edition that come out when he was with the Nuggets, this shoe had popped up on a website, and I had seen it, and I never knew what it was, and then never could find it. And then one day I was on Melrose Sporty LA. I'm on West Coast for those who didn't get it, And walked in there. They have it on the shelf. Literally asked for my size. Dude runs upstairs. They don't have it, but he's like, "Oh, we don't have it here, but hold on, we're gonna go check another store down the block." Get on a bike. They go down there, and the dude's right in back with a box, and it's my size. So instantly grabbed them, and that was a shoe for me. That was like, it kind of introduced me to that like unattainable hidden shoe of the past that nobody knows about, whatever this and that, and that's what started it for me.
Jeez. Man said he got on a bike when that's customer service right there, man.
Yeah.
You don't get that nowadays. All right, so let's get today's episode. Today's episode is focused around being a responsible sneakerhead. So with the prices of resale jumping through the roof right now, I think every sneakerhead out there needs a few tips on how to responsibly go on about building or sustaining your collection. Which one of you fellas want to start with a tip that you can give to the culture?
I'll kick it off.
All right, let's go, Dub.
is, the old school mentality. Like if you put the footwork in, you can cop a pair you want. Don't fall into the hype of feeling you have to get every release, because they're gonna keep coming out. They're gonna keep coming out, and you're gonna be behind the 8 ball anyway. And don't be like, oh, it's only gonna be $50, $60 over retail to pay resale. No, if you put it in your footwork, because if you go to the store, a lot of people don't. People get complacent now. They're not getting up early because they got the extra day to pick it up. Sometimes they'll, a couple pairs slip through the cracks, so you can actually get a pair you want and then you don't have to settle for something you don't want as much. So don't feel you have to get every release, and don't settle for paying resale if you can wake up before early bird gets the worm. You know what I'm saying?
Perfect. Something that goes into that don't figure out every release is, it's going to sound crazy, but stay off those sneaker sites. Like, unfollow some of those sneaker IG pages, because the amount that you'll see that image of that sneaker pumped into your head, it will really make you feel like you need it compared to how you may have felt in the beginning.
I'm a firm believer. I don't pay resale. I've never paid resale, and I'm telling people all the time, don't pay resale. To me, it's just a thing that you don't do. The most I've ever paid for a shoe was $300, and that may sound expensive, but that was LeBron Sport Pack back in the day, and that was it. Could be another release down the pipeline that you could always trade. That's my biggest thing. Just get another release down the road that you can trade. If it doesn't come from a store, I typically don't buy it unless it was something that I can see in person. Too many more stores right here. People spending thousands and not getting anything in return. So I just never ever went down that route.
Yeah, man. I think I'll end it off with, like, be comfortable with your nose. If you don't want it, just don't get it. It's a no for me, and it's gonna stay a no for me. Don't ever, like you guys said earlier, D and E-Dub, if it's hype and you don't want it to begin with, keep that same energy. Don't ever switch your energy, because your gut feeling is always right. So be authentic with your nose and keep your nose.
All right, so I guess I'm gonna finish the topic off. And I guess my advice is, for that pair of sneakers that you really wanted, like before, like the first time you've seen the picture of it, before the hype actually hit it, you really wanted these, and you wake up that Saturday morning and you catch that sneaker app L, and you decide you want to hit the resale market. There's a way to responsibly go about it, in the sense of, because right now some of the resale prices are crazy, and going from what the retail price is to the resale price, it's an extra chunk of money that you're going to have to spend. So I believe in chunking it, in the sense of, you need to look at your income, set aside, like as soon as your check hits the account, set aside all your bill money, your rent money, your bill money, set all that aside. Then think about, how much do I want to save from what's left for this sneaker? Like, let's say the sneaker is, let's say $500. It doesn't mean I'm gonna take all $500 from this check. Maybe I'll split $250 this check, $250 the next check. So that you cut that out and then see how much is left from your check that you live off daily. So just like a kind of like an organization system that I have that helps me save for a sneaker that I may have to pay exuberant price, where it's not like, oh, I'm just spending my whole check and this, trying to live off the scraps. It's kind of like, I'm setting aside money, so when it does come time to pay that chunk price, it's not too much of a burden to me and my household, because it's been money that's been responsibly saved over that time, so that, it's not killing me to get these sneakers.
I mean, yeah, that makes total sense. Makes total sense. A lot of people, that's the thing though, that's where these brands get you, because a lot of these people lose sight. They be getting these weekly releases. They don't have time to save up that $250 this check and next check. They hitting you week after week after week. And they, that's the thing. You want that one shoe, you don't get it. You're trying to save up. Oh, there's another one. Oh, let me get that. And I mean, I'm sure some of us don't fall into that trap, but that's how they get a lot of people out there.
And also, one thing that worked for me was I unfollowed Fabulous on Instagram.
I can't do that. That's the homie. I can't do that. That's the homie.
Listen, man. That guy will have you spending the bag for real. Like, not only does he get the sneakers, he makes them look good. And like, sometimes you gotta know how to say no, man. Like, listen, no, Fabulous. I'm gonna have to unfollow you, Wale. Like, yo, you guys are not good for my bank account. Listen, I gotta stay away from those guys, man.
I guess
they getting there too.
It's easier for me because like I grew up in when the throwback thing hit and Fab was rocking different custom Air Force Ones and the different Jordans that was dropping that he was getting. It was like I know I can't get them, but when that number, if it was a 16 or a 17 or whatever he was getting, when those come out, if I can get them, I can get them. And I was in college, so I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to get every release. I'm on a college budget, you know how that is. So, but yeah, I learned like I think that's another thing. People want to keep up with the Joneses, but they're not getting the Joneses kind of money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't. Well, I can't. I don't want to get everything these rappers and actors getting because I'm not have rapper actor money up.
Actor money, yup.
And they get it for most of them get it for free. So I was like, how you gonna keep up with that?
I think that's why it's like, it's just smart to know what's coming out and what you want. Like, honestly, like if I say I pass on something when I first see it, I try like I don't change my mind because I know anything after that, like that's the hype influencing it. Like this stay away from the hype. That thing is dangerous.
Yeah, stay away from the hype. You keep your money.
It's like for the fact. I'm gonna have to throw this out there. For the fact that there's some people spending $1,500 to $1,700 on those chunky donkeys, it's crazy to me. Cause those chunky donkeys, at least to me, I don't want to judge anybody else. Those are all hype. I do not think those are attractive sneakers at all. I think they're all hype. Yeah. And like 1,700 attractive? Hell no. Like that is all hype, making people pay those crazy prices.
Yeah, that's literally all hype. That's that SB hype.
Hey, you notice
they had that long gap off. They get you back with a few colors, and then everybody sees, oh my god, the early 2000s all over again. When in reality, it's not even close.
Not even.
Yeah, the SB dunk wave is crazy right now, and all of a sudden you see Nike just pumping them right now.
Listen, man, I guess it's that Travis effect, man. Travis and Kylie wear fair, the prices go through the roof.
Yeah, right now. So I mean, I've had that issue. I guess it's not really an issue, but like Newcastle's just went up. So now I got people hitting me up. They want my Newcastles, and it's because they know I got them and I got them in like nice condition, right? I'll tell you exactly how I got Newcastle. This is for you who want to save money out there. So this is way back in the days, maybe 10 years ago now. I had the Old Love, New Love pack, right? Jordan 1s came out, I don't know when. Worn, had my phone with them, this and that. And I'd lie. This is a different story. Okay, at Jordan Old Love, New Love pack. I got to a job where with the dude, he had Blue Lobsters and the Real Tree Camo Dunks. Didn't want them. He wanted Jordans. He was more into Jordans. His SB phase had just left, and my Jordan phase had left, and I was getting more older SBs, right? You just cross paths with people, and we ended up trading. So I gave him some worn, good condition, Old Love, New Love 1-pack, and I got Lobsters and Real Tree Camo Mids, right? Shoes that nobody at the time was really messing with. Lobsters, only ones that people wanted were the in-store pack going for exuberant amounts of money, right? So I'm like, cool, give me some worn Lobsters for pretty much nothing. The Old Love, New Love pack was, what, $300 when it came out? Lobster now prices, you see them and they go nuts, right? So that's another thing. Like you said, stay away from the hype. You don't have to pay crazy money. I got the Lobsters when they were going for $300-$400, but I got them for nothing because I just traded some money that I already out. Just recycle your stuff. It's the same thing. Just apply principles that you would to every other day life, where buy cars and whatnot, and just apply it to sneakers.
Perfect. All right. So before we get out of here, we gotta do it. Let's talk about what we have on our feet today. I guess I started off. Listen, in the beginning of the summer, I told you guys these will be my summer sneaker. So I got with me the Nike Safari SBs. Listen, I wear these things all the time, man. These are my regular summer beaters, and that's what's on the feet today.
Nope.
Snakeskin Jordan 11. They get worn. I turn this into like a uniform shoe because it's like those or I got my Space Jams from 09, sweatpants. Go run the errands, and they'll get the honeydew list from the wife. Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
So I don't have nothing on my feet currently. 7 a.m. over here, but something that I rock religiously throughout the summer is going to be Air Force One, the LA, a little edition here. Like I said, this is a shoe I picked up at outlets for $30. Nobody wanted them when they released them. The leather on these is supreme. That's the thing. People want to sleep on all the GR stuff, and sometimes that gets the better quality. So that's my go-to summer shoe right there.
Yo, those reminded me of those West Indies ones they had back in the early 2000s.
Yeah. Very similar. They just kind of purpose the whole color blocking for like the All-Star game in LA and whatnot.
Right.
Pretty much same shoe though.
UNC to Chicago ones. I mean, wow.
So Jordan 1 of the year right now. They my opinion. That's the Jordan 1 of the year in my opinion so far.
All right, man. So before we get out of here, guys, please comment below who you think had the best on feet today, man. Like this video, share this video, and subscribe if you are new to the page. Until then, see you guys next week. Before I leave, E-Dubs, Jonathan, thank you for joining us, and thanks, for giving back.
Thank you for having.
But until next week, peace.
Peace. Hold it down.
Peace.
Thank you, y'all.